Welcome everyone to this new episode of Among Us, human-robot teaming. Today is a really special edition of this podcast, a very special episode. As you can see, there is something happening, a lot of colors, an explosion of emotions, and we have a very special guest today, Cristina Lazăr from Romania. As you can see, she is in her best environment, her best creation. This is like a sanctuary of art that she has created over several years. And as you can see from these images, she's almost like dancing around colors and emotions. And why are we doing this? We do this because we believe in humans. Our podcast is a connection bridge between science and art. So creativity and expressions are the core of our podcast. And how does this connect with the human-robot teaming? It connects because the human element is at the core of this artistic process that Cristina has been pioneering. Cristina, would you like to say something to our listeners?
Hello and welcome in a new world, in a new dimension where art is meeting artificial intelligence, when art is meeting research, when you are meeting yourself actually, because our creation are a mirror of our minds and a mirror of soul. I'm Cristina Lazăr. I'm so honored to be here alongside with you, dear Filippo. Ciao Filippo, grazie mille. I'm
Grazie
honored to
mille,
be.
Cristina. We have a lot of connecting points with Cristina. We share a language that is coming from Latin, and Cristina, as you can hear, speaks a few words of Italian. And we are also connected by the love for art and science. And actually, we recently met in Norway, so there is another connecting point. We met at the European Robotic Forum in Stavanger, where I discovered that Cristina was actually performing in Norway very recently with the project called um, uh, Paint with Me. Is that correct, Cristina?
Yes, it is correct. It's our latest project, Paint with Me. We will speak after about this. Actually, now we are submitted this amazing Lumen Prize with this our latest creation. To make you a beautiful introduction and my context, I'm uh, I'm a I'm a human AI interaction artist and also a researcher in the team coordinated by the Professor Marius Leordanu, Space-Time Vision and Robotic Laboratory from Politehnica University of Bucharest, which is part of HRIA, the first Romanian artificial intelligence hub. And we met, of course, at the European Robotic Forum at our great collaborators from Norce, our great friend and collaborator Nabil Belbakir. He was also here in our sanctuary. So we have a great
And
collaboration with
Nabil was
them from.
also our guest in this podcast. We had a special episode with Nabil from Norse as a guest. So it's a connected world. It's nice to see all these people working with the same passion within the field of robotics and artificial intelligence. And I also take the opportunity to say hi to Professor Marius Leordano, and I take the opportunity to invite him for our next episodes. Maybe he will have the opportunity to be with us and share his ideas. And yeah, so it's very nice to see how Cristina and Marius have connected together these elements. art with science, art with artificial intelligence, and some other projects that Cristina and her team has worked on are also including, for example, the project called Maya, which is one of the world's first real-time non-verbal chat systems. So it's a chatbot utilizing full body posture and motion to pioneer fluid, intuitive, and communication between humans and artificial intelligence. So I think most of our listeners are probably used to chatbots like ChatGPT or Gemini or other similar systems, but Cristina and her team have started to explore this multimodal approach where you can also take into account human expressions, their postures, and non-verbal aspects of this interaction between humans and machines, right? So this is exactly the core of our podcast, how we can better put together and team up humans and machines. That's why I think that Cristina is the best the guest that we can have today.
Thank you
And
so much, Filippo. I'm very honored, and I'm sure that Marius will be very honored to accept your kind invitation. Actually, Marius is also here now. It's there, as you can see.
there's
It's a
an
painting with
avatar of Marius,
him.
a painting.
Yes, it's like an avatar, but a classic one because I love also to make classic painting and to make this beautiful connection with the great presentation that you just made. I think that our projects that we are developing since 13 years already, it's
Mhm.
also like the evolution of human communication itself, you know. And just to give you a context, we are now here in one of the laboratory of Marius, inside the Institute of Mathematics of Romanian Academy. And this is also very interesting, very fascinating to make this connection between mathematics and art, between equation and the language of lines and colors. So let me show you and your viewers the Bucharest a little bit.
Wow, this is really interesting behind the scene. So as you can see, wow, that's an
There is,
amazing view of Bucharest.
yeah.
It looks really great.
So here I'm creating my future works. And alongside the laboratory, we have where all my colleagues are, but another building at the Politehnica University of Bucharest. And of course, it's a research team. It's about Dragoș Hostea, Alina Marcu, which you met at the European Robotics Forum when we first met this March. And it all started with my diploma project. It's this one, the SMILE project, 7 years ago, which was made with another brilliant colleague, this time an engineer, Nicolae Roșia is his name. It was made out of passion, just pure passion, to how you say, to connect, like you said, the this world of material things like code, algorithm, with my world, which is the world of emotion. Me as an artist, I consider myself very grateful and honored to be in the, how do you say, to serve humanity, you know? Because I think that as an artist, you must serve the humanity with the power of expressing yourself to to language, to with yourself with the power of language, you know. And
Nice.
this
So
power
this
of
is a
language,
very beautiful way of using art to as a service, as a way to connect to people and to reach out. And I noticed, for example, in your artwork that you you are integrating also different techniques and different materials. For example, at the beginning, you turn on the light from your paints. So this
Yeah.
looks really like special. It's a
Yes,
different.
it was pioneering, and it was the a world pioneer actually 7 years ago, and it's still unique because you have an intelligent system. Is the original idea of Marius. You have an intelligent system that is responding to you, a human, and this is why I was telling that our evolution together, together with Marius and together to my colleagues, was like, and it is still like the evolution of human communication itself, because it started with a smile, like Da Vinci made that beautiful smile of Mona Lisa, which is still fascinating for us. It's still a mystery, After all these years, that smile is still a mystery. So
Very,
I
very
dare to
interesting.
say,
Very interesting. So you say that your artwork is basically interactive and it's in a loop. Like, so your paints are sensorized and they are responding to human behavior, right? So, for example,
exactly, because
they light up and they adapt to what to the human and to.
exactly. Me as an artist, I was fascinated about this. How do you say? I call it the highest form of expression. For me, smile was and still is the highest form of expression. And when you smile, the world is open. The world is open in front of you. Like human, and it's something very specific only to humans. Smiling, and it's beautiful because when we made our project, I wore also bracelet, so it was a beautiful real also project with myself, the creator, in the creation itself made by Marius for me, for the artists, for the research work. And
Wow,
the
this
idea
is
of
a
the
very,
project,
very interesting insight that you have given us. You have shown us and the viewers, you have shown us your world. You have even told us that you were part of the creative process. And I think these insights are really the core of this podcast, and they allow us to connect with our viewers and to go behind the scene. So, and
exactly, to see what make us unique, to see how beautiful it is to be human, because I think a very important thing in this amazing team human AI is the fact that it's not about how amazing an AI could be in the future. It's about how can I say that, what is what is the best manner to make a robot to have the human experience.
yeah, so
And
I
this
think
for
that
me
this
is
is
truly
exactly
amazing.
the scope of this interaction with different guests, because we really believe that machines are not going to replace us, but we are going to really build a team that can benefit each other. And this loop that you have mentioned, like the artwork is sensing the humans, and at the same time the human is getting something back from art, is a loop that we really believe in, and it's actually a very beautiful way to connect machines and humans, but also machines and art, humans and art. And
Exactly.
I also was very, very like, I really appreciated when you said that you like traditional way of art, but you have taken this traditional way of making art and you have elevated it. You have added sensors, you have added lights, and you have made it even more connected, like in a multimodal way. So, like humans, we have different senses. We have vision, we can hear, we can touch,
Exactly. We
we can
can
smell and taste. So
and we can feel.
and we can
So
feel, right?
me as an artist, my biggest desire in this new field for me, pioneering 13 years ago in the whole world, was the fact that I want to make people feel more. In our world, we are we are so connected to our screen. We are so connected to the material side of the world that I think with art we can connect ourselves with our spirituality more, you know. And
Mhm.
also, I was telling you that our path with our project was very logical, and like you are making a robot, you know, you must make a very simple way for him to understand the world. As you can see, how can I tell to a child the experience of the universe in a most simple way? You know, a robot is like a child who is discovering the world through our eyes. So Smart Project is beginning with the evolution of human communication with a smile. After Maya is continuing with the perceiving the emotion, because Maya is a character where we are expanding our communication to non-verbal language, which is actually the most forgotten language. If you think so,
True.
you know,
Actually, it's
because
like non-verbal languages and non-verbal gestures are somehow encoded in our DNA. Like, for example, if
exactly
you mention like babies, newborn, the first thing they want to do is, you know, if you give them a finger, they will grab it. They want to
they will
touch it.
mirroring
They
your
will
action
it
like
start
Maya
mirroring,
does.
right?
Exactly.
Like
Maya is
imitation.
mirroring your expression, is mirroring your movements. If Smile Project is smiling at you, and back then, 7 years ago, I remember today the great researcher Andrew Zisserman who saw our project, Smile Project, and he said, guys, this Smile Project must be in a museum. What you are made here, because it's a museum of feelings, you know. It's a museum of how can you interact with a material how to say, with a material project made by your mind. This is very beautiful, and it's very simple actually, the idea, but it's very touchful in the moment that you are interacting with it. There are my paintings, the 5 ones, and in the middle, on the painting in the middle, we have a phone. It's a Samsung 9, and it was the first time when someone put a convolutional network, yes, on a
Neural net.
phone, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, neural networks on a phone. And this was also Mark's idea. So actually, there are convolutional neural networks that respond, that seeing you and detecting your smile and your movements and interacting in real smile. So I don't have sensors. I have a real network, you know, a real AI network that is seeing you, and it's acknowledging your presence. So the paintings
Very
are
interesting.
seeing you,
So
are seeing you
there is
through the
like
camera of the phone.
there is like a yeah, there is a camera which is like works as a sensor, and then
Yes,
the
this
the
one.
brain the brain is
So I
a
smile.
convolutional neural network, right? So you
Yes,
smile and
you see,
wow,
you smile.
and of
And
course, I mean,
the other ones are interacting through my movements. This to smile. So we make this dance with smile and movement, and the phone is right here. And neural networks are seeing you through the camera of the phone. This is fiber optics, and it's interacting to you. So this is an intelligent system that is interacting with you through lights and variation of lights. according to your smile and your unique way of smiling. So this is amazing that through this intelligent system, we
So
create also trustworthy, you know? You are a researcher,
very
you
nice.
know how important is trustworthy in AI. So in the moment when your presence, it's creating, how can I say, a consequence, you know? Someone is acknowledge your presence. And it's very unique and mysterious for us like humans. And I see this at my exhibition when I'm telling them the protocol, you know, how to interact with the system. It's that moment. It's for me how to say, an eternal emotion. The first time when someone is smiling, and it's the system is responding to his smile, it's like a universe is born, you know, in that moment, because someone which is not a human, it's acknowledge his presence, and that person is feeling seen. And this, dear Filippo, nowadays is very important, to be seen, to be acknowledged, to have a relationship, you know,
Oh, this is
with someone
the
else.
very poetic, very philosophical. It's really touching the way you are making your art. And for our listener, our viewers, from a technical point of view, I would like to summarize just to highlight the concept here. So Cristina has given eyes to a paint and has given also a brain to that paint, which is made by convolutional neural network. And then the paint has also a way to react and to express emotions. So it's a complete like a new kind of art that is really connected in a close loop with humans. And I'm sure, Cristina, with your beautiful smile, you will for sure produce a really beautiful reaction there with the colors and the lights.
I'm very honored every time someone is seeing and expressing his way of being with my art, because, as I said, I really think that an artist is serving the others, is serving the humanity, also the researcher. uh, the best moment for a researcher and for an artist, for a creator, because we are made by God to be creators. And everyone is a creator. When you are a child, you create all the time and you are discovering continuously the world. So we made Smile Project with this amazing skill to respond to humans through smile. After we made Maya to have a perceiving of your emotion by with mirroring and movement also. And after we go further and we made Maya and connect her also with the drones. You will see it's amazing. This and it's very natural to connect our research, me together, of course, with my team. When I'm saying me, we. To connect our research of Maya, which was just a simple drawing and a beautiful idea of a researcher like Marius.
Why the
You know,
name? Why the name Maya? Just curious. Is there a reason?
yes, it's Marius. It's Marius. You know, and it's Maya. Also, the grandmother of Alina, which is also the heart of the research team, which you met her. It's beautiful, like from fairy tales, is Alina. Actually, the grandmother of Paulina is also Maya. We acknowledge after, and I don't know. It came like that, like magic. And also, we thought that Maya, culture, no,
Exactly, yeah.
those exactly
The
those
civilization
mystical
of
tribes,
Maya. Yeah,
to make the connection with the non-verbal communication, which is at the beginning, as actually in the research, in the issues of our days. For example, now also for the European Robotics Forum, we made our own data set, like you saw this. I also make this with Marius. So we are how to say, we love to make our own tools, to make our own language, and to translate by ourselves. Because when you are original, when you are authentic, you are coming back to yourself, and this is everyone wants this, no
Very,
matter where. Yes,
very, very good, very beautiful. And I think that what you have expressed today, it also connects really with one of our previous episode where we were exploring emotions from a psychological perspective. So we had a psychologist from Italy, Cristina Lazăr, who is actually studying how the humans express themselves with non-verbal tools. So, for example, as you mentioned, smiling, but also the way how we blink our eyes. For example, we use our forehead and our cheeks and so on. And also it connects with another episode where I was interviewing one of my PhD students, Omar, who is actually using different sensors, a new kind of sensor that is called event-based camera, to monitor these the facial expressions and understand the emotions from humans. So I think that this kind of studies can help us to work together in the future, because we could, for example, use our technological knowledge to extract emotions or detect emotions from humans, and then pass this information to your artwork, which could then adapt to the human feelings. And also
amazing.
I'm
This is
very much
natural because
very natural, yeah.
yes, this is natural to make this kind of bonds, this kind of bridges between our interests, and it's amazing when we um, when can connect that with emotion, because it's the only thing that, of course, the AI doesn't have, cannot feel, cannot be what,
Exactly. So one of the
but
limitations of artificial intelligence today is actually this: emotions. And you can replicate maybe an artwork from Van Gogh, but humans still, we are able to see that that replica made by AI misses something, right? There is something that we immediately detect. Okay, this is AI. And
this is also the desire of our newest project. We submitted last week at the Lumen Prize, and we exhibited in this amazing, one of the most beautiful museum in the world, Kunstilo Museum in Kristiansand in Norway. And it's actually this one that we can make stories from the past, make them present, and use them to create the future stories, but with this amazing foundation of the past, of the great masters. So paint with me, it's like you paint in the air with your hands, and the system is responding to you from this amazing data set made with prompts from my I'm honored that my artistic universe is the first foundation, and we made also with the art of the great masters, and we evaluated in this idea with the drones and the flight. Uh, The Marius will tell you more about Paint with Me, but
uh,
this freedom that we had to in our days, imagine Filippo, when I was little, I always wanted to do magic. And and now I'm making magic with my hand, but
you can paint
it's a real.
with VR.
Yes, you are making. We made it like this. Yes, we made like this. So the hand is becoming a tool, and your imagination is the limit, and is made those painted from the screen that you are making them are made with prompts made by us, but in the same time many has also this idea to be between means time and space, so you can paint also new stories,
Mhm.
and everything is in real time. So
This is
this I
very, very
found always
interesting.
fascinating
Very
to be
fascinating.
in this. Yes, uh, to be able to connect research and emotion through art, because art is the tool that makes you feel. When you put a color on a black canvas, it's one of the best emotion that you can live, and everyone wants to have this emotion. When someone is coming to Smile Project, I say to him, smile, so
Yeah.
the project can be alive.
So
He
actually, that's kind of emotion. I was honored to learn and to experience it by myself as well, because actually, a small curiosity. My father is an art teacher, and I almost inherit his passion for art. And at some point, I was sketching, and I still do it, and I like painting and so on. But my career path has deviated a little bit, and I work with robots and with human robot teaming. And at this point, I actually realized, also thanks to this, to you, and that art and robotics are so connected at the end. So I'm happy because I realize, okay, maybe there is still time for me to catch up with art and express myself in a better way. And I was also thinking, for example, animation movies, like Pixar movies, like Toy Story and these very brilliant movies from Disney, right? So actually, if you look at the latest movies from Pixar, they are using the same mathematics, the same models that we use in robotics. But their movies are very much more expressive, and all the elements move really smoothly, and transfer emotions. So that link between machines and art, it's today even more visible, and you are giving an example that is very, very tangible. You can touch and feel your art, Cristina.
exactly you can touch. One of the most amazing reaction of someone who saw our project back then at Diploma. It's this amazing festival for the best artists in our country. 7 years ago, she said to me, "Can I touch this?" Okay, and now I'm feeling also that emotion, because she said, "I always wanted to touch a painting," and I said, "You can feel free to touch it, to feel it like it's yours." Because when Marx had this amazing idea, he said, "I want to offer to every viewer, to every human that is coming to see our creation, this amazing privilege, this honor to create." Because it's a sanctuary where you are alone, just like me when I'm creating, and it's only yours. And also, and Maya, it's mirroring only you, because it's made for a single viewer, to mirror his expression and his movement exactly as it is in reality, because it's in real time. And now paint with me, which is the next level. I remember now. Oh my God! I want to say this. It's such an honor to acknowledge this experience. To have the privilege to see how human it's interacting with the material world, because robots are the material, no? Is the code, is the software, which is becoming alive to the power of the mind. And
Mhm.
now with the power of given us by art, we can we can make others feel, because you cannot make AI feel, but and you don't want to make AI alive.
Mhm.
You want to be more aware of the experience of being human, and you want to make this in a friendly way. You said that you have this amazing gift from your family, which is amazing. It's amazing to create. And tell, let me tell you, Filippo, me also, I was Olympic athlete. I had the book since I'm a little one. Now and now I'm an artist, you know? And you don't
You said
have
that
to
you
make a
were.
career. What?
Yeah. Yeah, I think you are so eclectic. You are reaching so many, covering different fields, and this is also very impressive. The experience that you have matured during your career has taken you to this point where you are really connecting uh,
I think that,
humans with art.
for example, now I'm 41 years ago, for 41 years. So back then, 20 years ago, I couldn't imagine I would be here living my youngest years, actually, being curious as a kid every day when we are making research, and we have this amazing meeting, Bucharest Computer Vision Reading Group, and we are making meetings just for the fun of knowledge, you know, just for the pleasure of making science. So this is the main how do you say, this is the main joy also for you as a researcher, also for me as an artist, as a creator, to have this context, to have
Mhm.
this uh, to have this curiosity which is continuously manifesting, you know, and to have also the occasion, how to say, different occasion like conference, like we had
Different
this
events.
exactly, to share our knowledge, to share our passion. So you are making a career with your art, because your artsy way of being, you know, in the
Mhm.
moment when you put your pencil, like I was saying before our meeting now for the
Mhm.
viewers, in the moment when you are putting your pencil on a white paper, it's one of the most emotion that you can experience, because that emotion could become your next great discovery, you know. And I am seeing also this at Marius when he's making science, when he's making the new scientific papers, when we made this project, when we made Maya. We made Maya as a response to ChatGPT, actually, you know,
Nice.
because we wanted to make like an elegant reply, like very curious reply to the chat, you know, and also to make us wonder what happens if we return to non-verbal language. What happens if we return to ourselves through this greatest tool that we have? Because,
Mm.
we as human, we must be very grateful because we have everything.
Mhm.
We
So
have
and
this great technology, and we are also able to manifest our feelings, to manifest our desire, to manifest our mind, to research and to art, because art is also a portal of manifestation, you know.
yes.
Also, the when you make a paper to develop this amazing idea that you have, and to make her reality. And you want to make her reality to serve also the humankind,
So
because that
this
discovery.
point, this point that you just mentioned, Christina, I think it connects you with the same philosophy of one of our previous guests, Professor Siciliano, who was really driven he's driven by passion. He said that the secret of research is this, is that spark of creativity. And he was referring to his favorite football team, Napoli, and he said the same spark, the same passion that he feels for his football team, he still feels it for science. And in your case, you feel it for art. So I think this is a connecting point of many of our previous guests, and they are driven by this passion. And I think with this, we can really summarize the spirit of this podcast and the idea behind your art, Cristina.
Io sono davvero onorata to be to make this connection with such a distinguished uh, researcher like Mr. Bruno Siciliano. And it's amazing because me and my colleagues were at this European Robotics Forum, and we will be also published in this amazing Springer edition, which is curated by coincidence Mr. Bruno Siciliano. And the most beautiful part for me personal is that it's my first paper author, you know, and this is very touchy. It's a
Motivating.
very exactly. So
Very,
if
very
I can,
beautiful.
very beautiful, and it's a very beautiful coincidence that I'm also here as a guest and having this experience in continuation in say in alongside your meeting with Mr. Siciliano. And after my meeting, you will meet Marius, because we are here to connect our souls to our mind. And for me, art is the dimension of the soul. But also research is the dimension of the soul, because in the moment when through our intelligence system, to our projects, we are, how can I say, we are making robots to feel human presence in a more natural way.
Yeah,
And I
and
think,
you mentioned a very interesting aspect. You said you talk about soul, and at the moment, yes, this is missing. Machines do not have soul. Artificial intelligence doesn't have it, and
but we
we
don't
can.
want to have,
We,
but we don't have
okay, that's
AI to
very
have soul,
ethical. Yeah, it's a
because
very
AI
ethical.
is our mirror. We created AI as an expansion of our mind. And it's amazing that this expansion became a material. Oh, like robots. Also, mine is a robot. Also, the system is a robot. You know,
Mhm.
but we created to understand to understand ourselves more. So our projects, like I was saying in the beginning, it's like a symbol of the evolution of communication. We are having smile project for the smile. We are having Maya for responding to your emotion and mirroring your emotional lifestyle. Now, after we have Maya with this amazing idea of non-verbal communication, but with the embodied intention. So this is also another aspect of Maya and her evolution.
Uh-huh.
And in the other ways, we have Paint with Me, which is the next level as a flight. Actually, as a flight of the dimension of this dimension,
Uh-huh.
because we have smile, which is an expression of our body, of our face. After we have body, more body.
Posture and
So
motion, yeah.
we are beginning to see this beautiful creation. After you have this, you begin to acknowledge this body through the evolution of Maya, through our papers submitted at the BMDC, at RFA, at this great conference. And after this body, is beginning to express himself in space and time
Nice.
through paint with me. And
Very beautiful. And for
and
the
this is
first time,
amazing.
yeah, please.
Tell me.
Oh, for the first time, I realized that my podcast format is limited because I realized, oh, Cristina is for Cristina is not enough. This podcast, she's moving around, she's showing her art, she's using non-verbal communication, smiling. So I realized that maybe we need to redefine the concept of podcast, maybe including different senses, like you did in your art. It's just a curiosity.
Yes, because also the painting are made with Marius, because he made the drawing, and I made the entire painting after his drawings. So my teacher, Mr. Petru Lukac, it was also amazing because he was very open to this idea of using technology, such innovative and world premiere way back then, 7 years ago, at National University of Art. It was something so new, like the history of university couldn't experience, But I had this amazing teacher, which is also an amazing creator, Mr. Petru Lukac, and he gave me courage, and he said, Christina, you must you must push yourself out of you, you know you must
Out of
express
your comfort.
your spirit to be. And he's amazing. He's such a how do you say, he's like a hero for me. He's like an
Mhm.
image of the father, the hero who can make everything. And also Maris is like this hero for me, and also my colleague are for me like heroes. You also, for me, researchers are like heroes, because you have the courage to take one idea and to make her real. You need courage to do that. You must be crazy, and crazy in that beautiful, natural way, because what means to be crazy? It means to have trust in yourself and to make with that something beautiful for the other, to experience, because it's a beautiful saying that the heaven, it's us together. You cannot have the experience of the heaven, the experience of the existence of God, if you
Mhm.
don't meet the other one in front of you. In the moment when you see another human being, you acknowledge also the presence of God. And this I find very beautiful, because when I'm creating, when I'm making art, it's like I'm meeting God every time in
Mhm.
such a beautiful new way. So when I'm making a line, and after that line is becoming alive to the power of AI, which is the power of our mind, it's like I'm meeting myself with the universe itself, because art and research is giving you this amazing honor, because for me it's a continuous experience of honoring the universe itself, to create, because you create, your creation is going in universe, someone is seeing, acknowledge, and that creation, it's acknowledging you as a human presence and as a human creation. So tell me, what is the best question for a robot, for the meaningful experience to interact with a robot, to have this human AI interaction?
You're asking a really good question, and I don't think I have a final answer, but I think that for the most interesting part is really to have to evolve this concept, and I think we are now trying to give some conclusion to this episode. So the idea is to evolve little by little together with these collaborations, the concept of human-robot teaming, which in a way is, we can define it as a way to share autonomy between humans and machines, sharing feelings, as you have expressed it today, sharing, for example, other possibilities like forces, which, for example, imagine that we want to do a physical task together, maybe lifting an object together. Even that could be modeled in a very artistic way. For example, just a little curiosity. Today we talk about visual arts, but just by coincidence, I was recently attending a dancing class with a friend, and it's this bachata dance where there is a follower and a leader. Normally, the man is the leader, and the follower is the lady. So the leader is actually almost like giving the directions and harmoniously dance with the lady, right? So that same feeling, that same connections I've seen today in your art. And I would like to see the same connection one day between humans and machines. So that's the concept, I think, together with the help of many, we could reach at some point.
Very beautiful your argumentation, because it's very true and it's very possible. And we, with our human AI interaction projects, we are we are resolving this, you know, little by little, paper by paper. We are creating this continuously beautiful relationship between our minds connected to an intelligence system, connected. You connect your mind to a robot, and then you want to make this robot perceive, you know, the world that you are living in. And after, you are becoming aware more of your presence in this amazing universe. And when you are becoming aware of your presence, you are becoming more spiritual. You are becoming more you are becoming more connected with your own consciousness, you know,
Right.
because it's also about what is our legacy as humanity on this universe, you know. And I
Mhm.
think our legacy is to create. And this beautiful philosophy of Marius, and I want to finish with this, because it's also very full of emotion, but it's having a great truth that God made us a very spiritual one, because as an artist I must be open to the universe, and I'm connecting myself to the universe through my faith and through my most beautiful thoughts, so I can express beauty on the canvas. I cannot express beauty on the canvas if I don't connecting myself to that eternal source of beauty. And Marius has this beautiful philosophy that I am what I love, and what I love is alive. So I love art. I love to feel. I love to be human. I love to have this human experience on this earth.
Beautiful. I think that is the perfect closing line and inspiring our viewers. And I really look forward. First of all, I would like to thank you for giving us the opportunity to visit your amazing studio and to touch and feel and listen to your art. And I look forward to our next future collaboration. And I look forward to have Marius as my guest in the next episode. And I really think that today we have made we have given a touch of art and spirituality to our podcast. And thank you, Cristina, for giving me this opportunity.
Grazie mille, Dil Filippo, and thank you also to my amazing team, to Marius, to Dragos, to Alina, to Nicolae, to many others colleagues that I'm working in our research group, Space-Time Vision and Robotic Laboratory. Also to my amazing colleagues from University of Art, from where I uh, I was educated to make all this amazing painting that you saw today.
Grazie mille, Cristina. And with this, I would like to also remind our viewers and listeners the words that you previously mentioned, Cristina, about, a robot is made of cold materials, wires and metal, but it can be given a possibility to really connect to humans. And so listen to our ending music, which is our anthem, where the lyrics of the music is actually reminding us that they are among us and we are human robot teaming. Thank you, everyone, and we meet again in the next episode. Ciao.
Through the noise of doubt and distance, through the fear of what may be, we found trust in every motion, in shared autonomy. Not replacement, not surrender, but a fusion of design. Intelligence extended, your decision joined with mine. Start. Oh, not rivals, partners, code and courage, mind and heart. Among us, stronger when we're teaming. breathing, human minds and systems we